Good morning, viewers and listeners of Concerned Citizens Media. Welcome back again. So I have some news to share with you for today. So first I will do the reading part, then I will share the video at the end of the reading material. Thank you again for coming back. Let's get started. Here are the news and the Concerned Citizens Media comment for March 15, 2021. Oromo political prisoners returned to their prison cells today. Johar Mohammed, Bakala Garba, and Hamza Borana safely returned to prison cell after receiving medical treatment at Landmark Medical Center for the last 12 days. There is not much said about their conditions and what kind of treatment they had received. These are senior Oromo politicians from Oromo Federalist Congress Party who have been subjected for extended imprisonment by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's politically instigated accusations. Concerned Citizens Media prediction is that they will be released on bail bond after Abiy Ahmed and his Prosperity Party declare victory in the upcoming election. That is the prediction from Concerned Citizens Media. We know they don't have any credible evidence to sue them and to win in the court. So what they try to do is keep them in jail until they declare election for PP. That's my prediction, or from Concerned Citizens Media. I hope it will be true. They are just kept there. They are just kept there so that they will not endanger Abiy Ahmed's future dream for himself and his prosperity followers in Ethiopia. I hope this prediction is true and correct. They do not have any evidence to take them to court and win the cases. So I'm just repeating myself. So they will keep them until election is conducted and PP declared, Abiy Ahmed declared the winner of the election. Then after that, hopefully my prediction will be correct. He will release them on bond or bail bonds. That's my prediction. Until then, I don't expect any release for these individuals. Even the court cannot reach a decision. This is purposely politically motivated imprisonment and accusation. No evidence based, nothing. So we got to wait until they secure the election. Abiy Ahmed continue his election campaign. Today, he urged Oromos not to trash each other, respect the elderly, respect their culture, and fear their God. That is advice from the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in the campaign speech. Okay, he say respect each other, respect the elderly, and fear your God and respect your culture. He's advising the Oromos. He also advised them to vote for whomever they think best for them in the future. Okay, you do not have to vote for me if you don't want, he said. He told the audience gathered at his rally in Arsi, Oromia. He talked about preserving the well-known Oromos welcoming of guests to their home and to work hard against the bad image spreading recently on various media such as Oromos are killing people. So he advised them to work hard in changing this image. Oromo doesn't have this image. Oromo is a welcoming society. That's he's advising them. Some of Abiy Ahmed's speech makes sense and some are out of the reality. After jailing all the Oromo politicians and their members and supporters, after closing the option for Oromos, telling them to vote for their preferred candidate is a very serious joke and belittling the Oromos intellect. Okay? He tells them, don't vote for me if you don't want. Vote for your own candidate. What is talking about this guy? He put all the opposition figures, OLF, Oromo Federalist Congress. What is talking about? Whom they're gonna vote? Where is the choice? So he is joking. He is joking, really. He's playing on Oromos. Oromos have no viable choice except voting for OPDOs or with the new name Oromo Prosperity Party. That's OPDOs. The new Oromo Prosperity Party. Nothing changed. Only change of name. OPDO only changed its name, but not its usual conduct. Its members have been committing war crimes and other grave human rights violations in Oromia, even after the name changed. It has been on different media. People killed, thrown in the forest, leave them on the hung on the trees. You know, just too much. Command post for more than 2 years. So they are repeating the crimes they did in the last 27 years with TPLF, guiding the TPLF to Oromos houses. You know, they speak the Oromo language, they translate with to TPLF, they guide them where the Oromos are. So they are the main characters or actors in the last 27 years. It's the same thing, only name change now. Crime didn't stop. Command post still there. Killing never stopped. And now they arrested all Oromo politicians and you know, they shut down their offices. So they talking about choose for your own candidate. They will be forced to vote for their killers, OPDO. Oromos will be forced to vote for OPDOs or these killers. Regardless of Abiy Ahmed's sweet talk, I call them sweet talk, his cadres are intimidating the Oromos to vote for Prosperity Party or else. That's it. That is the reality on the ground. So, Oromo politicians are in jail. Oromo offices, local, federal, national offices are all closed. No choice, no other candidate. Maybe you have others, Dr. Branu Naga or Abin, I don't know. So Oromo Prosperity Party, the old OPDO, will win because there is no other candidate. So Oromos, in another word, forced to vote for their killers. These killers for the last 27 years plus for these 3 years after the change which is hijacked by Abiy Ahmed. So that is the reality. The other thing is he is advising them to respect the elderly, which is a good advice. But this is the guy who sent his military force, federal police, to attack the elderly. I don't know if you remember the Abagada guy who raised his concern in the interview with VOA, what's happening in that country, what the direction the Oromian region is heading. So he sent his military to his house to play karate in the middle of the night on this elderly guy. Now he's talking about, Oromos respecting their elders. So he is talking nice talk because the election is coming. That's the only thing. But he don't respect the Oromos at all. He don't respect the Bagadas. He don't respect the elderly. So, but do we have, as Oromos, do we have a candidate? No. Do we have any other alternatives? No. So Oromos will be forced, I will say it, to vote for their killers. If it's another country, you can boycott. You can write in something, for whichever candidate you want. But is it possible in Ethiopia, in Oromia? I don't know, because these cadres will attack you back again. So it's not possible. They can boycott if it's in America or in other developed countries. But in Ethiopia, it will be hard. There is a list of names, and they will be forced to vote for PP or OPDO. Okay. Another issue is, here we go, this is another tough one. Pro-Abiy Ahmed Oromo Liberation Front officers and members are having their conference at the headquarters of the Oromo Liberation Front in Gulalle, Addis Ababa. They are having a conference, those separated from David Ipsa. This group is well funded and protected by Abiy Ahmed and his Prosperity Party. The other OLF, which is led by Chairman David Ipsa, released a strong statement denouncing this group's meeting at the headquarters and also blamed the Abiy Ahmed's government for facilitating such illegal meeting. David Ipsa group still enjoys huge Oromo support, while the pro-Abiy Ahmed OLF group considered as a traitors for standing against their own people at this critical time for their own personal benefit. This group are working for their personal benefit. It could be financial, it could be a position in Prosperity Party next time. I don't think they're gonna win as pro-Abiy or OLF. I don't think. But they can get position like others, like Lench Olata or Dimanogo, whoever these guys, like an advisor or getting a position, or like Lench Obati. There is a possibility. So that's why they are working with Abiy Ahmed to destroy OLF at this critical time, very essential, very important time for Oromo survival. So they separated, they joined, they supported by Abiy Ahmed and the Prosperity Party, working against OLF interest. And so that is the situation. But Mr. David Ipsa is by himself, still tough, still under house arrest, but still there, still challenging legally. Ethiopia recalled its ambassador from Ireland for consultation. Ambassador Ishetu Dase, Ethiopia's ambassador to Durban, Ireland, has been called back home to Ethiopia in opposition to Ireland's support for United Nations tough stand including sanction on Ethiopia for the crimes committed in Tigray region. Ethiopia also threatened to cut its diplomatic ties with Ireland, according to diplomatic resources on the issue. Abiy Ahmed of Ethiopia is attempting to silence the global communities for speaking up against the war crimes, genocide, and crimes against humanity committed in Tigray region by Eritrean soldiers, Amara special militia, in coordination with the Ethiopian soldiers. So it's like threatening for Ireland, to call the ambassador back home for consultation. Is like showing anger or power. The same thing, calling demonstrations in Europe, calling demonstrations in the United States, showing up in a big number. All these are a threatening gesture. It's a warning for these global powers. Don't do it. Don't try to intimidate us. We have big support. So I don't think it's gonna work. United Nations, the United States, the European Union, they continue, their work regardless of all these massive rallies, all the Ethiopia's intimidation tactics through its embassies, and with the guys paid on social medias and social media and other medias. It will not work. It works if you change the reality on the ground, if you respect the law, if you respect democracy, if you conduct fair and free election in that country, you will be respected. You remember when you come to power, Mr. Abiy Ahmed? You remember the respect you received globally? Stadium is full everywhere. Everybody respected you like a Jesus, as a savior, as a Messiah. You missed all this. Now they are looking for you to get you in trouble, to put you in jail for the crimes. So these intimidation tactics against the United States, against European Union, against other countries will not work. Will not work. And insulting, trashing all these powers for speaking up for, for war crimes committed in Tigray, genocide committed in Tigray. It is well known, it's well documented, even by your own appointees in that region. So you cannot hide it. The United States continue holding assistance to Ethiopia. Your intimidation is not working. The United States continue holding its assistance to Ethiopia. The United States State Department on Friday said Washington has decided not to lift the pause in assistance to Ethiopia for most programs in the security sector, citing the current situation in the Tigray region. They are not releasing the money. The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has pressed Ethiopia to end hostilities in Tigray, testifying before Congress on Wednesday. He said he wanted to see forces in Tigray from Eritrea and Amara be replaced by security forces that will not abuse the human rights on the people of Tigray or commit acts of ethnic cleansing, which have been seen in Western Tigray. Blinken also called for UN and other independent investigation into the alleged crimes reported in this region. The amount on hold is $100 million. It was on hold by Trump first in relation to the hydro dam project. So the Biden administration also decided to hold it, not to release the money. Uh, the Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said, "Please replace those Amaras and the Eritrean forces by, you know, by those who are not abusing human rights." Okay, we have no choice. There is no other alternative. Saying that it's okay because uh, it implies that the Ethiopian soldiers are not abusing human rights, but it is in the contrary. It's already happened in Oromia region. Happened different places. Walaita killing, Oromos killing, torture, rape in Oromia. So yes, it's politically correct to say Eritreans did this by themselves or the Amaras did by themselves, and the Ethiopian soldiers are clean. I don't think so. The evidence is not there, but it's okay to say that. But if you pay attention to other areas in Oromia, Benishangul, a lot of atrocities, a lot of grave human rights violations happening. Yes, we need attention to Tigray because it's a declared war. It's not a law and order operation. It's a declared war. As Mr. Getachew Radda said, to put back to Stone Age, to put Tigray back into Stone Age. They did it, as he predicted, through destroying hospitals, factories, schools, looting, destroying. That's what, so it happened. So please follow the other news. In addition to Tigray region, please follow the Oromos. Oromos are suffering under undeclared war. Undeclared war. It is not declared by by Abiy Ahmed, but it's a huge problem over there. Oromos are suffering. Oromos are suffering for more than 2 years after the change. They are living under the command post. So we need attention over there too. Benishangul is also the same. No news is coming out unless the Amaras are killed or something like that. Nothing is reported. So we need attention, the global attention on other areas. This guy is a mess. Ethiopia is a mess under Abiy Ahmed, and we called on him for repeatedly to resign, but he's not doing it. He is running for re-election, win again, to govern the country. What kind of government? I don't know. Okay, the last reading part. Minneapolis City Council approved 27 million settlement to George Floyd state. If you remember, George Floyd horrific death witnessed by millions of people around the world unleashed deep longing and undeniable demand for justice and change. Ben Crump, an attorney for Floyd family, said in a statement that the largest pre-trial settlement in a wrongful death case ever would be for the life of a black man sends a powerful message that black lives do matter and police brutality against people of color must end, Floyd's family lawyer added. So, George Floyd was killed in May 2020 by former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, kneeling on the neck of George Floyd for more than 8 minutes. George Floyd's final words, "I can't breathe," still echoes in our memories. The lawsuit said the city fostered a culture of excessive force and impunity within the police force and failed to terminate dangerous police officers. So the city agreed to settle this lawsuit, and the city is paying for not firing bad officers and for fostering, the excessive force culture in the police. So the city is getting penalized for that. So 27 million, which is a huge amount of money for the city to pay. But the case is still going on. The jury selection is still going on for the murder concerning the police. But this is only the city settlement for not taking responsibility for its officers, for not firing the bad officers, for adapting, for fostering excessive force in the police force. So that's a penalty for the lawsuit. The family filed for the Minneapolis City office. So it's surprising how the lawyers are working here in our country. Under Abiy Ahmed, people killed, people thrown in the forest, given to wild animals to be eaten. Nobody is taking responsibility. Nobody. The killers are now campaigning to get the victim's voice going around without shame. Talking nice speech, talking nice sweet words. Honey is coming out from their mouths now to get elected. After that, you will see more trouble is coming, more killing, more torture, more atrocities in Oromo and other regions too. So that's the situation we have. No dignity for humanity, no value. Single person in the United States, the city is paying 27 million to settle the case. How much 27 million if you change it into Ethiopian birr? Too much. The value, this shows the value of human being. We are missing this back home. Police is killing you. Police is, arresting you for as much as you want. Nobody nobody ask him. Nobody challenge him. The system is not there. The lawyers are working for the government. Everybody is a yes man. No value. No value for humanity. No responsibility. No accountability. So it's a very, very bad situation in Ethiopia. So that's enough for the reading part. I will share some videos. Then we're gonna finish quick. Let's see. The first one is United Nations video about Ethiopia, Tigray. Let's see. There we go. There we go. It's a short one. It's long, but I don't want you to waste time with other ones. If you want, you can go to United Nations website and listen to all the briefing. But I want you just focus on Ethiopia. Very 2-3 minutes. Then I will go to the other one. Okay. Sorry. Let's see.
This is driving shortages and price rises. Fuel prices have doubled or even tripled in some areas. This is in turn pushing up, of course, the price of food. water,
Oh,
and other
that's
goods
Yemen, I think.
complicating humanitarian needs. We
It's
call
coming
on
up.
all parties to urgently find a sustainable solution that will allow commercial fuel imports to resume through all ports. And turning to Ethiopia, where the situation in Tigray remains extremely concerning, with conflict continuing to drive population displacement and reports of some villages being completely emptied. Over the past week, a large influx of displaced people have reached Shire from western Tigray, following the announcement by the Office of the Prime Minister that humanitarian agencies will have access to operate in Tigray on the basis of notification to the Ministry of Peace. Humanitarian partners have started to use the new email notification system to deploy international staff to Tigray, and that is, of course, a change from the system we used to have, where we used to have to seek permission. Despite some progress in accessible areas, especially in the eastern zone, many people in need of assistance are in hard-to-reach areas due to insecurity, logistical hurdles, administrative impediments, and limited capacity and resources. Disruption in basic services continue to pose serious challenges to humanitarian efforts while putting people further at risk. Access to health, water, education, food, and farming and livelihood opportunities is severely compromised throughout the region. With partners able to access hundreds of thousands of people in Tigray, it is vital that additional funding be released immediately to enable humanitarians to increase the scale and scope of the response. Some updates from the Central African
Okay,
Republic.
that's enough. We don't need the other one. Okay. Okay, that's it.
This spring, check out a new Hyundai SUV. It's the upgrade you've been looking for. Only at the Hyundai Spring Upgrade event.
There we go.
Because OLA fighters have been seen marching in Quelam, a village of western Oromia. Reportedly, the village is being controlled by OLA fighters. I'll show you the video in which OLA fighters can be seen walking in this village, Quelam. Quelam is in Walega region, western Oromia. It is situated to the west of Addis Ababa, capital of Ethiopia. The interesting thing about the video which I will show you is that in the video, OLF fighters can be seen armed with very sophisticated weapons. Male and female fighters of OLA can be seen in the video who are armed with DMR rifles. DMR rifles are very precise and sophisticated rifles which are used by modern infantries of different countries. It looks like a commando unit of a developed country's military is walking in the streets of Quelam village. That is why I've been saying for several months now that OLA is restructuring, reorganizing, and it is gradually becoming powerful in rural areas of Oromia. Now watch the video showing OLA fighters marching in the streets of Quelam village in western Oromia. I think for watching.
So these are OLF soldiers marching. You say Kellam? Kellam? I don't know. Kellam Wallaga. So this video is not confirmed with other medias. I don't know. This guy is getting a lot of videos. I don't know. But the other thing is the Abiy Ahmed military enforcement is moving toward Wallaga, East and West Wallaga, because you know, the media coverage on that area, so that tend to silence the situation. So these videos still we have to follow with other medias, never confirmed, but this guy, he got my view on the news. I don't know how he get it. Maybe he got a special connection, I don't know.
Hey, what if I told you that you were just a couple of weeks away
Come
from
on,
generating 10 to 20
advertisers.
plus highly qualified appointments
Come
for
on.
your business?
Okay, this is Myanmar. Myanmar Protesters.
At least a dozen people were reported killed on Saturday.
This is a tough one to
Security
watch.
forces once again opened fire on
So
protesters
watch out,
with live
don't
rounds.
watch with kids.
Among the dead were believed to be a Buddhist
They are
monk,
still
a
on the street,
13-year-old
they are
child,
still
and a pregnant woman who had sheltered
fighting for
demonstrators in her
freedom.
home. As day turned to night in
Fighting
Yangon,
to
hundreds of
get
mostly
back
young Burmese
the
defied an
democratically
8 p.m.
elected
curfew
leaders.
to hold a candlelight vigil honoring the dead.
ဒီကကျွန်တော်ဆရာနဲ့သိန်းကောင်းဆရာကြီးထုတ်ပြန်ထားတဲ့ဂျာမနီအမေကိုဖောက်ပြပြီးတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့လမ်းပေါ်ထွက်လာကြတယ်ကွာကျွန်တော်နောက်နေ့လည်းဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့ဆရာနဲ့သိန်းကောင်းစီကိုဆက်လက်တော်တော်ကောင်းမှဖြစ်ပါလေ
Hundreds of thousands of Burmese have taken part in the mass protest movement since a military coup deposed and arrested the democratically elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi in February, accusing her and her National League for Democracy party of election fraud and corruption.
This
On
is missing
Saturday,
in
the
Oromia.
civilian
We need
leader of
something
what
like
remains of
this
Suu Kyi's
in
government,
Oromia.
now
Big,
in hiding,
huge
issued
people
a statement encouraging the
demonstration,
Burmese
not
people to
terror
keep
and
up their
carry only.
revolution, calling for a
I
federal
don't know when
democracy
it's gonna
that would give
happen.
Myanmar's diverse ethnic minority groups a voice in government for the first time.
ကျွန်တော်တို့ဟာမတရားတဲ့အာဏာရှင်စနစ်ကိုဘယ်တော့မှလက်မြောက်ရှုံးမပေးပဲကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့အနာဂတ်ကိုစုပေါင်းအင်အားတွေနဲ့ထုစစ်ကြပါမယ်
Sunday saw protesters answer that call, gathering once again in cities across Myanmar to demand the return of democracy to their country.
Now, German.
Okay, that's it. That's it. So, hopefully they will be victorious at the end. Since the coup started, they never go home. They are resisting every day under the gun, under the water cannon, under smoke. They are resisting. They are dying. See how strong they are? I don't know why we are missing this back home. We had it during TPLF. But why we don't have it now under Abiy Ahmed? Is anything changed? Is anything better? No. Worst. Worst. So what happened to the people? All of them, all the leaders are in jail. Oromo offices are closed. So is it police on every door? Much worse than Myanmar. Myanmar is shooting them straight on the face. But still, the ones survived continue their struggle. I told you last time in Senegal, they forced the government to release their leader within less than a week. Within less than a week, because of that country's strong, that country's use and others strong resistance against the government for charging him on a fake accusation, rape. They forced the government to release. How they did? They came out day after day after day and burned properties, looted stores. Then the government answered their calls by releasing their leader. So I discussed this before. Is it okay to just come out and say, down, down, Abiy? Johar must be free. Bakala Garba free. Is it working? We have to ask ourselves. you know. Yes, peaceful, following the Martin Luther King way is okay. Is it working in Ethiopia under Abiy Ahmed? We have to ask ourselves and get ready for the tougher situation. He jailed not one, he jailed all Oromo politicians. We are dead. We are dead. You know, we are alive, but we are dead alive. Dead. It's not one. Senegal is only one person was arrested, and the people came out and forced the government to release. How many are in jail in Ethiopia? Thousands, starting from senior politicians down to the members. Thousands in jail. Even they use schools. So this is the situation. I don't think it's going to change with the election. I don't think. So it's a huge homework left for us to come up with a different strategy instead of, you know, just being silent. The global community is doing its part, can do. They did a lot. They control even the embassies. They raise OLF or Oromo flags. They did their part. They did. And they put pressure. But they cannot force those back home to come out. They have to come out like during TPLF time. I don't know. It's all the arrows, all the heads maybe in the jail, that's why. Or maybe the gun is on their head at each door, each one's door. We don't know, but so down is not working back home. Our Oromo politicians are in jail. Their supporters are in jail. Their offices are shut down. So we have no candidates for the upcoming election. I don't know what we are waiting. Pranu Naga and Abiy Ahmed, they're gonna win. They're gonna share power. That's the target. Those who are supporting federal system, they're done. No more federal system is true, unless you know, the movement becomes strong and keep that, you know, in the future. As you can see it now, the federal system is done slowly. They're gonna conduct election, if possible, share the power. So what you're gonna have? PP representatives everywhere. That's it. No Oromia region, no Amara region, no Tigray region, nothing. Prosperity Party from Tigray, Oromo PP, Gambela PP. So one central party controlling all the regions. You just need Abiy Ahmed phone call to release, to arrest individuals. So we are in a tough situation. So that is enough for today. Oromia, we don't have the candidate to vote for, even though Abiy Ahmed say vote for whoever you choose. But you know, in another hand, he eliminated all the choices, and now he's talking about advising Oromos to choose for their own candidate, to vote for their own candidate, and respect their God, respect their culture, respect their elders. Where this all talk, nice talks came from? To get Oromo votes after killing them, after arresting them for more than 2 years? Now I feel ashamed if it's me. You know, I can't even stand in front of the people whom I subjected them for long-term imprisonment, killings, tortures, property destructions. But these guys don't feel ashamed. They lie for power. They do whatever they can to get elected. So thank you again for taking your time with me. You can comment, you can share the video, subscribe, like, so we can grow together, be the voice for the voiceless, increase the dignity for humanity, respect, democracy, freedom in that country. And we have to question our system, how we gonna bring change. We don't expect change from the court system. As I said, no credible evidence, all political prisoners. Political prisoners require other form of answer, not the justice system. The justice system is under Abiy Ahmed. He can arrest you, he can release you, he can re-arrest you, he can create another case. It happened. We are already seen all this. So tough situation, and we're gonna follow it. And thanks to the global community for speaking up for the Tigrayans. But we need your voice in Oromia, in Benishangul, and other areas too. Please, the United States, European Union, do not be silent about other regions. We appreciate your voice. You know, human rights violations are happening everywhere in Ethiopia, especially Benishangul, Oromia region, and in Wallagga and some other part, Walaita. So no place is secured under Abiy Ahmed. Trouble everywhere. Trouble, assassination, arresting, torture, looting, no accountability at all. The police is not accountable. The military is not accountable. No discipline. Nobody say hi. Nobody say stop. Nobody put them, you know, sue them for what they did. So accountability is lacking. No discipline at all. So it's a tough situation. So we need your voice, the European Union, the United States. We need your voice in other areas too. Please, the other, you know, international media too. We need your attention on other parts of the country, not only Tigray. You know, you did good job on raising the issue on Tigray, but we need your voice in Oromia region and Benishangul region and other areas. Thank you, my listeners, and thank you for you taking your time with me. Share this video with family, friends, comment, and send me if you have factual news to my address birke@gmail.com. You can send me factual based news or your comment. Thank you again. So long, everyone.